Don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's all every day. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't celebrate. We're the zero holders, so after we say, zero holders, so after we say, zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The non-follower is the live in the tree. The zeros are way to be. All right, how about that throwback, huh? Dude, I haven't heard that one in a minute. Okay, so good to see you. I just saw you 5 minutes ago. But continuing on this research session, whatever we'll call it here. I need to fire off a tweet real quick, and then I want to get into it. I kind of want to kill the YouTube side, by the way. Luna, thank you, man. Are you guys watching on YouTube or X? Because here's the thing. I think we're going to spend some good time here, like digging into these tokens. If I don't do it on YouTube, if I do it like exclusively on X, I can play music. I can put on like the new King Gizzard or something, right? Like if people aren't watching on YouTube, I might kill that side. Let me see. Anyway, quick heads up about what we're doing. We're going to take the new SWARMcopilot tool. I'm showing it on screen right now, and actually just a heads up, Backroom is populating now. We've got the data. I'm showing you guys how to use this. Looking interesting. The SWARMcopilot tool to analyze tokens, AI tokens. Specifically, we're going to do ACP tokens here, which is going to be awesome. So I want to review the couple launches that just happened on virtuals. So Sentry and Room, and then we're going to go to the ACP and check it out, man. Here's what the ACP is looking like behind the scenes. This is the alpha, or well, it's the beta. This is the staging area. Check it out. This is actually them, and you can see their transactions happening live here. You can literally see them transacting. We can go through this list and start researching those tokens and seeing who's buying what, right? Like what tokens are people like digging into right now, or actually buying into. And you see here, like probably hard to see transaction log. We can see who's talking to who. Like who's talking to who. Interesting, like really interesting. Whale Intel, I see getting involved. Actually, that's one I'd like to circle and actually like do a little digging into their token. So we'll look at that one. So if you click on a transaction, does it take you to their cluster? I think something like that. Notice the Swarm is like smack dab in the middle of like everything. Swarm is right here. And like it kind of shows you its connections. It's connected to a lot. I don't know if they're all like that. I don't think they are. Maybe it's like how early they plugged in. Yeah, interesting stuff. All right. No, we'll leave it how it is right now. I think this is cool. If we want to kill the YouTube side, we'll kill it later. But for now, this is cool. Okay, let me see. Getting the tweet out here. AXR, AIXBT, MAMO, Swarm, Loki. Fuck it. We'll post it like that. Maybe with typos and all, whatever. Okay. So, all right. I'm just thinking of where I want to start. By the way, yes, live on Crypto Slam. I think I'm on my personal account on X. I don't know why. I don't know why it picked that one, but whatever. And let's see. Okay, first stop, let's head to virtuals. Anybody has questions about SwarmCopilot at any point, like just drop them in the chat, hit me in DMs, anything like that. You guys know. SwarmCopilot, new tool that comes from the boys at CryptoSlam, us. Chrome extension adds on all kinds of new information onto Deck Screener for you. Up on the screen right now is Backroom. Hot token launched this morning on virtuals. And already we're starting to get a feel for how are people trading this. I'm going to look and see if anything stands out on Backroom real quick. Specifically, I want to see if people are buying. I want to see if good traders are buying. Guys who haven't sold yet, if they're still buying, accumulating, and I'm going to peek at that first. I'm looking at reputation first here. Reputation meaning holder as opposed to somebody who's trading, right? A, reputation means they probably haven't sold. OG means they got into that token early. Ultra OG, the earliest. So we're seeing some A+ guys who are accumulating 1,000, few $100, adding to their position here at what, a 3 mil market cap. Again, this is all just stuff to help us get a feel for how this token's going. A reputation dolphin, that means their bag, and we can see their bag. 3,300. You know what? I'm going to share the screen different so you can see all the pop-ups. What's up, Mike? Yeah, I want you to see all the pop-ups here. Let's go the whole window. Entire screen, boom. Okay, if I do it this way, you can see everything. And then I'm probably going to go like that. I think that probably is easier to view. Okay. We'll find the best fit here. I can remove some of these categories too, and I might over on this side. Let me actually pull away some. What don't I need? By the way, this is what the Copilot extension looks like, right? There's an updated version that's the tiniest bit different. It actually lets you log in through here. In fact, you'll have to log in through here. 100,000 tokens gets you access. If you have an A reputation, it drops that requirement all the way down to 25,000. And then there's a range between. So heads up for you guys. Okay, so already on Deck Screener, I've turned off token and price. I don't need those. I do need type, right? I need buy, sell. I do want USD. Do I want token off? I don't think I need the token there either. I just need buy or sell. And US dollar value, I think, matters, right? I'm going to try it like that. I'm trying to buy some real estate, basically. So I'm turning off. We'll just have US dollar value. And then in wallet DNA, I'm going to keep all this on. Intelligence flow, epoch matters, mass matters for me. Yeah, I need all three, all 5 of those categories, and there will be more. Okay. Can I get rid of this? Yes. Let's hide that too. Okay. Well, shit. Maybe I'm going to put that back. Hang on. How do I pop that sidebar back in? Because I don't want to cover the screen. Oh, you know what? Hang on. We'll just put me over here. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. What's up, Gravity? Good morning, man. Kind of like the circle, though. You know what? Fuck it. Hang on. We'll put me over here. And let me flip it. Yeah, that works. Okay, bear with me. Sorry, guys. Save, update, and then... Okay, I think this works. Good view, is that good for you guys to see? I think that works. Okay. So we're looking at Room. Again, new token launched on virtuals this morning. I have sorted out just buys. I am looking for conviction right now. This token right at what, a 3 mil market cap. Does anybody know too if I want to get this sidebar back? There it is. Okay. There we go. Okay. Perfect. 3 mil market cap. Who is buying Room? And then I'm going to get very quickly to ACP. And again, feel free, guys, tweet out alpha from the stream and we'll retweet it. If I'm pointing out some like really interesting, like you'll see when tokens like game stuff we're going to show, put it out there. You'll get points. You will definitely get points for this stuff. Even clip it, right? If you know how to make clips, and I think YouTube makes it easy to make clips. Abstract also easy to make clips. Yeah, I get it, Cats. I get it, buddy. Okay. So, Cats, we have room data now. Sorted by just buys. We'll look at sells as well, but I'm looking for guys who are not really selling yet. And I'm going to look at them too, but guys who are not selling, I'm looking for conviction. So guys with an A reputation, someone just like this, who are buying at this level. 4 minutes ago, A- reputation, maybe is sold. Dolphin, his bag is worth $1,100. Ultra OG means he was in at the beginning. Current means pretty decent volume he's trading. Bought $1,000 5 minutes ago. We'll get quick with this, right? We'll be able to do this at a glance. You glance at it, you know who's doing what. Ultra OG in at the very beginning. Hasn't sold, adding more to his position. He maybe has sold because he's B-, B-. That might be a few guys. Let's see if there's any big buys here. Conviction stuff. Here we go. Early adopter. This is not somebody who was in at the very start. A reputation, probably hasn't sold. Bag is worth over $3,000. Bought $2,000 additional right here. Okay, this was 12 minutes ago. Let's look for even bigger stuff. Let's look for, there we go. Here's some big conviction. Okay. Ultra OG in very early. Higher volume than most of these guys. No sell volume. I can see that in the pop-up. That's probably really hard for you guys to see, but no sell volume. All buy pressure or buy volume. Bought $4,800 worth here. Again, his whole bag is 11,000. So this is 17 minutes ago. He's adding to his position. He likes it here at 3 mil. Let's see if we can get anybody over 5. Let's go over 2,500. Let's just see how big a conviction. Let's see. What's up, Rocky? Rocky, good morning, man. Let's see. Here's an hour ago, $21,000 purchase. Now, I'm curious about this one. This one's huge volume. Supposedly hasn't sold it as a C reputation. I need to go just look at them and do buys and sells. Let's see. They've not sold. How do you have a C reputation? Oh, he must be buying and moving it from this wallet, potentially. Also, maker can be deceiving. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a person. It could be like a wallet that he's trading through, or an automated something he's trading through. There's other things these makers can be, in the way Deck Screener displays it can be a little misleading. So that one's interesting to have that reputation, C+, but no sells. I'm wondering if it all got staked. Like, could be. Again, let me look at buys, and this is over $2,500. Most of the guys doing this have that high reputation here. And some of this is coming in the past, 18 minutes or so. Looks good. I want to flip to sells, though. Here's big sales. And similar categories or filters here. Over 2,500. Reputation is F. These are not holders. Ultra OGs mean they were in very early, meaning they were probably in the pre-sale, right? $10,000. And not trading as well as others, right? Intelligence shows how well they've done profit-wise versus a majority of the other traders. Has not traded well. Even though he sold and made 10,000, others traded better than him. I would love to find out for you guys if that's pure USD profit, or if it is factoring in your token supply, and there's more to it. And I imagine it's that. In fact, if we look at intelligence here in the glossary, measures how well a wallet exits positions compared to peers. High score reflects elite execution with consistently profitable timing. A lot of the sellers do not have high scores here, intelligence-wise, just meaning that they have sold and they might have made a lot of money, but there's other guys selling that are selling at better times than them. And so what you're really looking for is guys who've got this knack for selling at a really good time. Let's go a little lower, 1,000 plus. See? Okay, now, so this is where it starts looking even more interesting. Average plus plus. This guy is out trading most other guys. Was not in at the very start. Came in a little later, but is trading at volume. Has sold all of his positions, but let's see if Maker's going to give us accurate info, and let's see all his trades. Let's clear everything. Let's do buys and sells. Okay, this guy, again, it's a new token, so there's not going to be a ton of info to work with. But this guy trading better than others because probably few people are in profits from trading. This guy bought $1,800 worth early. 38 minutes ago, sold for 2,200. What? About 15 minutes later. Average plus plus trader. Like, he's not crushing. He's not genius level trader, right? But average plus plus. We want to see if a guy like that comes back in, a guy who might have a knack for this timing here. See him right there. Bought here when this pulled back, bought and sold. Good, right? Like, you can tell, like, the very, like, at a glance, you can tell, like, decent play. Let's find people who are out trading him, though. I cannot wait for filters for these, by the way. Cannot wait. Let's look for other sellers over 1,000 who are also, again, above average. We might not find any. It's such an, well, actually, we're seeing quite a few of these above average traders, and they're different addresses too. Over $1,000. See if we have a genius trader. Let's see if we've got like a real insider or a sniper, somebody who bought right at the beginning, who sold and made a big old bag, and it doesn't look like it. This dude sold $31,000 worth. Still has a little left, 40 cents worth. So this is probably somebody who got in on the pre-sale, dumped again, 31,000. Damn. Why it says no sells, I'm not sure when there's a sale here. I have to ask the guys about that. Scott, if you're watching, actually, I'm curious about that. Again, why some say no sells when these are it might mean no prior sells, so that would be their first. That would make some sense. That probably makes a lot of sense, actually. It's not going to count that one. Okay. This is just a quick peek at room. I want to go start looking at these ACP tokens. By the way, here's a nice $4,100 buy coming in right now. And what we're looking for at this point, guys, is these average plus traders who are buying now, right? Where's the level where they think there's value? So this will take a minute to just populate, but I'd like to see that guy. Also, can I make these columns shorter? Like, that's huge. We don't need it that big. Okay, here we go. They have not sold. They have $11,000 worth of token. 4,000 more additional, right? A reputation, again, hasn't sold. We're going to see if this guy pops back up. Just bought again a minute ago. Well, oh, I'm sorry. 20 minutes ago, he bought for the first time, and then here. Interesting. And he probably has Genesis allocation too. Ultra OG means he was in at the start. He got some Genesis tokens, and then he's bought on top of that. So he's bought about $9,000 worth. From his Genesis launch, he probably got a couple thousand, like 2,000. Somebody with conviction here. I like it. I like it. Again, these columns, can I resize these? Okay, let's get to some ACP tokens, okay? Specifically, dude, I want to get to Axelrod, definitely Swarm, and AIXBT I do not think is going to be populated yet. MAMO, Loki. In fact, let's do Loki. Let's do Loki. Okay. By the way, again, a look at the closed beta Swarm. This is on mainnet now, too. At least the core Swarm is, right? With our agent and a few of these other guys. Let's get to virtuals. And I'm thinking the best way to find all these, but again, I think we know what the agents are. Let's do Axelrod, MAMO. We should peek at Vader as well and Virgin. I'm looking at tokens like that as a like looking for our bottom signal. Gigabrain. I do want to peek at Whale. Okay, let's even start there. And I'm going to pull up a doc so I can start keeping some notes. Okay, Axelrod I think is a great one. There's a lot of people with big conviction in this, right? Okay. What am I going to call this? SWARMcopilot research. Swarm. Hang on. Holy cow, I get a wallet pop up for every tab that just opened. All right, we'll start with Axelrod. Let's get ready, guys. This should be fun. This should be really fun. And again, what are we looking for? I'm sure everybody's looking for something different, right? I'm looking for people finding a discount. I'm looking for people who feel like these tokens have pulled back enough over the past few days, and this is a price they are going in with size, right? I'm looking for signs that, you know what? I need to add this to a ACP watch list. Okay. I'm looking for that kind of stuff, conviction. And this one's got some volume too, which is pretty damn cool. All right, let's look at the chart real quick, just see how it's holding up here over. Let's go the past. I mean, this one hasn't been out long. It's kind of crazy. It's been just over a month. Okay. It's at an interesting, yeah, I mean, really interesting place it's at right now. It's at its support level right here. We could do some fun like just charting this shit up, but I mean, essentially, we'll even go right. Well, I mean, yeah, we can go all the way back here. Very young token, but again, resistance, kind of support there. It's hit that right here, dip below, came back up. It hit it again right here. Again, very kind of rough way of doing this, but that is what's happening. And so we're going to see as of yesterday, today, really just today, is that support level going to hold? Are we going to see those guys with conviction really diving in here? And I think we are. That'll go by reputation. Less about that. I want to see the guys who are out trading people. Actually, I want to see both. High reputation guys adding to their position, and just traders. They could have a lower reputation, but I want to see them adding to their bag. So let's look for buys. Should we do we'll spot check first, then we'll look for buys, at size. So we'll just kind of eyeball it and see if we have some high IQ traders even trading here. I'll tell you this, mostly yesterday, that's what we're looking for. 52 minutes ago. We're like right at a glance, we see exactly that. A guy who's got a great reputation, A-, a smaller bag at this point. Actually, that's a decent bag, $7,000. Was in this early, but not probably in the pre-sale. Could have transferred tokens over here. Could be. Just shows when they first had a position here, made their first purchase. Has bought, has sold, more buys than sells, but barely. So he's a trader. This is one of the best traders we've seen in this token. $2,400 worth. Let's filter him and let's look at his trades. Actually, quite a few trades over there. This is a very profitable trader, just so you know. All right, so we'll look at the chart. This is going to get interesting. Profitable trader. He's back in here today in the past hour. Wow, he trades a lot. And so let's go all the way back. It looks like he first got in, I mean, just, 2 weeks ago, a week ago? First buys there on this pullback. Bought all along the way. and sold up here. Fucking perfect. How do you don't get better than that, buying down here and selling almost at the peak there. It's a really good trader. While we're doing this, guys, I want you to the best way you can help is start thinking of this kind of info. Great. What can you then do with it? How can you use AI to help you, whether it's trade or make notes or get alerted by? Because we've definitely identified a very good trader in this token. Again, bought the bottom here of that pullback, sold on the top, sold again when it bounced back and peaked. Keeps doing it. That time, not so much. And more recently, not so much. In fact, his more recent trades haven't been as good. Unless, actually, I would probably guess, or on the 1 hour candles or time frame, his buys were probably at the bottom here. He probably did make money on this as well, right? Yeah, he probably bought this dip and sold both here and here, making money on those. If we go to 1 minute, I'm sure we'll see it. It's going to look a little crazier, but he's buying here. That's maybe alerts would be awesome. There's got to be a way to get some alerts when we identify these guys. And let's see. Did he catch these dips? Either way, he's up. If he bought right here, he missed the bottom of that. He definitely missed that candle. He missed it by a couple minutes, but bought here, sold, definitely up. Happened to buy right before that dip too. So, okay. Again, he is trading better than most. So if we've identified him as a good trader, man, to think what we could do with that, but how? So what we can do is get the Swarm to give us a report on just good traders. We can say, hey, Copilot, hey, Swarm, give me the addresses, the wallet addresses of the Einstein traders. Right off the bat, how easy is that to get a curated list of smart money traders, right? So alerts on the moves. Now you can set up alerts, I think, right on Deck Screener. Is that correct? I think that's true. To set price alerts for a pair. Okay. I don't know if you can set alerts on Deck Screener by trader. You might be able to. There's other tools that let you copy trade. Swarm, I believe, is going to get to the point where you can copy trade, though, right? Or give it instructions on trading if certain criteria is met. I think it's going to get there. So there you go, Drop King. You would rather you would guess gather a group of great trader addresses. Maybe when you see a couple enter, that's the signal. And yes, and then to have it auto trade for you. So what I would say is, hey, Swarm, get me a list of all the Einstein traders. You could either say in the past 5 hours, 24 hours, or just all time, whatever, but get me a list of those. So now all of a sudden, you've got that list of traders ready to track it, hopefully in this tool. But if there's other tools you use for copy trading and whatever, then there you go. Grok gives alerts. Oh, ask Grok what apps give alerts. Yeah. That's a good idea. Anyway, really good trader here. And he's in now. That's maybe the takeaway for right now. He's back in, thinks he's about to make some trades. This is probably an interesting place to start making some trades or to grab a position. This guy's got a knack for it. So pretty interesting. All right, let's blow him away. And let's keep looking. Again, this is what we're looking for. We're seeing if guys like him are finding value right here. Here's some guys with an A+ reputation early on. Also adding, I want to see who this guy is. We'll see this in a moment. That $8,000 buy. Did it pop? Gifted trader, not as good as the Einstein. Not as good as the Einstein, but a gifted trader who has, let's see. That's not the same guy, is it? No, this guy's got $86,000. That guy's got $86,000 worth of Axelrod. Bought 8,000 more here. He's also finding value at this level. Boom, nailed it. Nailed it, Mike. How do you search a wallet with Copilot? what needs to happen and what I believe is going to happen, and this is where this feedback, guys, is like invaluable, is that there's like a natural language interface right in the agent. I actually think the agent would be cool if he popped up on the screen somewhere and you could give him voice stuff. But like, okay, if there's an interface where you can say, hey, here's a wallet, tell me what this wallet is doing, and it returns to you a report on that wallet, what tokens he's in, what size, how is his like P&L, anything you could picture, like if ChatGPT had that info, what it could do. Well, picture what this could do if it had all of this data. So it had all this contextual info, but you give it, you know, a specific wallet to report on. That, cats, has got to be like a feature request, right? When I say that, it might already be. It might already be something that's on the roadmap as like one of our next releases. I don't know. But the more they hear about the features we want, and I'm making notes, the quicker those kind of things happen. So I'm making a note here too. Need a way to search wallet in Cats, am I thinking about that the right way too? Like you want to search a wallet to get reports on his activity? Would that be the idea? Yes. Okay. So a report on what the Einsteins have been doing. Yes. A report on Einsteins, like levels they're in at, how maybe like net, are they net up in number of tokens, or are they minus, meaning are Einsteins selling? Do they have less tokens in a period of time? Just things like that. Follow trades through other coins. Yes, that would be huge. That would be huge if a guy has sold some tokens, to see where he sold, where he went to. All right, give me a quick second, guys. Somebody at the door. BRB. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I should have put some music on at least for you. Okay. We're getting our dryer repaired, so okay. Metasleuth, a wallet tracking app that allows batch tracking. Okay, I like that. I like that. Anyway, Einstein sold. Is this the same guy? It's not. Interesting. Curious. I want to see his last trades. Is this our guy we looked at just a few minutes before? I think it might be. Bought that hour ago and sold up here. Interesting. Okay. I'm still looking for more like surface level though. I'm still looking for, are we seeing probably like you guys were looking for, multiple Einstein, multiple gifted entering now, and ideally without selling. And I can tell you this, it's definitely more than yesterday that we're seeing these kind of traders come in. Like by a pretty substantial amount. Hang on, I'm going to kill the kick stream until I have a way to like moderate it and boot these guys. So let me kill the kick stream. Remove. Okay, yeah, we don't need kick. We don't need kick. Okay. Let's see. I want that sidebar on real quick. I want to see volume in the past, let's say, hour or so, because this does help too. Up 5%. Nothing crazy. Boom, hide. Here's an idiot seller. Okay. Also interesting too. Okay, this is a guy who didn't get in super early, right in the middle. Has been decent. A B holder. Has not traded nearly as well as anybody else. In fact, on the much lower end. Sold 13,000. He is out of tokens now. This was 1.5 hours ago. I'm curious if we can see when he bought and when he sold. Most of that, well, he's kind of done it throughout, and he's not been good at it. Buying the top, selling down here. A little better here. Actually, a little better here. And you know what? There might be some really great traders in here. Oh, and he's done some serious numbers too. 97,000 bucks there. Interesting. Interesting. I like it. I like it. Anyway, I'm looking still for like a bigger group of these, again, gifted Einstein type traders getting in. Ideally, high reputation, meaning they're mostly holding, right? That guy we know sold, and I'm going to be curious this $4,000 one, what that guy is. Oh, you know what would be cool? Hang on. On Deck Screener, can you put multiple makers in? Like, what would be cool is to see charted here the Einsteins, all their transactions, like multiple wallets included on it. But I do think like reports is going to be essential here, right? Like a lot of us are asking for. Give us the report instead of even scrolling, which I like. That helps with like vibe trading. But instead of that, or on top of that, give me a report on the transaction. Give me a report on the token in you know, whatever time frame. I think we could say for sure that in the past few hours, unlike yesterday, no Einstein traders, no gifted, nothing. Nobody's buying this stuff. We're starting to see that change today for sure. Average plus. Gonna keep looking. Gifted, that's a different address too. Went from no tokens here. This is actual trader though. Again, B plus reputation. He sold. He had no tokens. And back in the game here. Again, yeah. So I think what would be really cool. This is again the reporting. Have it spit out a report and tell me how many gifted, how many, you know, average plus are trading. That's something you take that data and you can tweet that out. Otherwise, right now, I'm going to be writing it down. I'm going to be scrolling and writing down how many of these people there are and how much they're up, down, you know, net. as opposed to the report that would spit that out for us. Be helpful to have intelligence rating across the wallet activities across tokens. Have the yes. I'm pretty sure that's coming. That was a suggestion that I gave because, like, right, if there's somebody new to this token, brand new, that has no activity here, but we don't know that he crushed it on every other token he's trading, right? I want to see right from the beginning his first entry that he's a flagged special trader, right? That's what I want to see. So I'm right there with you, Gravity. I'm going to make that note to make sure that that's like kind of brought up again. Okay. Reputation of trader across all tokens. See great traders entry. Okay. That's super important. Okay. So again, I'm thinking how deep I want to go on each token. For me right now, it's more like feeling out the tool, but also surface level, feeling out if like the tides are turning. And it feels to me again like they are. Here's more gifted plus traders, actually same guy. So good trader, buying more token. Yep. Again, I didn't see any of this yesterday. None of this. There was nobody buying any other than just average. Other than average, but what I did see yesterday was a lot of the bad traders selling. I didn't even see the good trade, like the great traders, gifted, Einstein, even average plus. I didn't see them selling. Everybody's holding through the market, which is really interesting too. Okay, so that's Axelrod. What I think what we're going to try to identify though, guys, is something that's just got like an obvious big amount of good traders trading in it. So of course we saw it in Axelrod. There's some really good traders trading there, buying there. Where do we see one where it's like just a majority of them are same thing, right? Like excellent traders. MAMO. What's going on with MAMO? Hang on. Interesting. This is this might be different because of the trading pair, because this didn't launch on virtuals. This launched on Aerodrome. So maybe there's another pair. By the way, I hope there's no background noise. If there is, tell me. I'm just going to try to mute between some work going on behind the scenes. Otherwise, you know what? I'll send this to Scott and just ask if we should expect that this token, that MAMO would work. Like we should see Copilot info on MAMO. But again, because it launched on Aerodrome, I think it's, tricky. Dude, I have been fascinated by BitTensor. I don't know it enough. So I haven't looked into it enough, and same actually with CreatorBit, other than I think it's super legit and super worth time looking into. Should probably do a session or stream just on those two. Let me double check this one. Because it's wrapped Bitcoin is the pair. Is that, I think I'm seeing that right? But I need to find like the virtuals pair. So that's Aerodrome. Here is it's 1.6 mil liquidity there. Yeah, this one I think is the real deal token, and that should also have that data. Okay, hang on. Yeah, let me drop this to the team. Just going to reload it. Want to make sure. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Creator Bid? And they have a token, right? And if so, what is that priced at? Vader, I'm super interested in. You're going to see Vader looks really strange on Copilot because, right, most of the supply is locked up. Like, Vader is really interesting. Most of the supply is locked up, and you see a lot of contracts trading Vader, and you see a lot of contracts trading Virgin. Virgin, I think, is the best barometer here. Reputations, you're going to see high almost across the board on Vader here. And you'll see how different this is than a lot of the other tokens. We're not going to see, nobody's really trading Vader, right? Some guys might be, but for the most part, people aren't trading it. You might be seeing a brand new person. Well, here's an OG that had nothing that bought and then probably staked it. Creator bid 70 mil. What is that the creator bid token? Notice how different this is. This doesn't have these Genius Plus, and they are here, but this doesn't have Genius Plus, Genius and Average Plus and gifted traders. It doesn't. It's a lot of like automated trading on Vader, these contracts, a lot of staking, unstaking, maybe, a lot of the kosher capital agents trading, and just not much trading on this. So I don't know if we even need to look at Vader any further. I guess what I'm hoping to see on Vader is, well, there's a couple of things. New people coming in, I think, is interesting to Vader. Also, established a quality reputation traders buying even bigger bags. It's already pretty darn high. Like Vader's 55 mil right now. It's pretty darn high. So actually, I think the main thing I would be looking for on Vader as a signal are new people coming to Vader, because most of us have got our 10K Vader and are staked. We're not doing anything, right? So who's coming in that's new, that's buying a bag that's worth, $550 to stake? And so let's look at exactly that. Let's go US dollar value is like over 500. And let's see if we see a lot of new people. Newbie right here, although it's a contract. This wallet's got $62,000 worth. Buying 5,000 more. That's a big buy. I can tell just from, again, being able to get so much info at a glance that this person, OG, bought 500, but his balance is 0, probably staked it. Because he bought enough right here. That's about 10,000. That's almost exactly 10,000 Vader worth, right? $500. Interesting. Again, a report would be amazing. Imagine it saying to the Copilot, give me how many wallets entered Vader for the first time and bought more than $500 worth of Vader. And what did they do? Did they stake it, right? And what's the staking contract address? These are all things I think that this is leading to. Again, I'll have more sessions. In fact, if a session like this happened with Scott here or Randy, and we're talking through these and talking about when these features come, amazing. Right now, I think I look at this like a discovery session of features we would want and need. And again, really, really interesting. Okay, Vader, we're not going to see smart traders buying big here right now, but we are going to see new people coming in that might find some value there. I do want to look at, let me think, some of the other ACP agents. We'll look at Swarm. So let's do Swarm. Let's do Swarm. Will be really interesting too. Part of Swarm, I mean, I'm sorry, I'll analyze our own token. Part of Swarm might be looking for, I guess, maybe people didn't like the announcement yesterday. We see if there's smart money that left. Possible. I do want to try AIXBT as well, by the way, because I want to see if that data is there. Oh, and Loki. Let's get Loki. Let's get Loki in here. Would definitely like to see how this one's looking. I bet Loki's looking pretty spicy after yesterday. Loki by virtuals. That doesn't look right. This one doesn't look like the correct one. No, that's fake. I did not do game yet. Let me do that next, actually, because it's pretty amazing. Cat's 100. Damn, dude. Oh, is it LOKY? Okay, I got the ticker wrong. I'm an idiot. I feel like a jerk. But here's Loki, and this will look really, really interesting. Okay. Yep, I did the wrong ticker on Loki. My bad. I have a feeling this one will look. I think we'll probably learn some from this. Game is very OG, and I can tell you again from looking yesterday, game was one of the most interesting. That on a shitty day like yesterday, there was some big buys coming in. Okay. We'll give it a glance and just see if anything stands out. Okay. I don't know what I'm looking for here exactly, other than they announced that there's some kind of airdrop coming and Cat's connected some dots. Is that moving the needle for new people? Are new people coming in? Here's a rookie. Sold. Here's some newbies coming in. There's some newbies coming in trading. Well, I mean, kind of a lot of newbies, huh? I mean, you could tell right off the bat that's already more newbies than we would see in than we saw in Vader and that we saw in Axelrod. We didn't see a run of newbies, but they're getting newbies because they got this looks like an airdrop. Do we have some OGs or some whales that are buying and staking to get a bigger airdrop? Here's a newbie buying $2,000 worth. Do we have traders that are coming in and playing this new volume, right? Not planning to stake and get the airdrop, but instead planning to trade as other new people come in. Are we getting that? Here's a guy who's completely out. It's a ghost. Probably had staked if I'm guessing, but I don't know. Ultra OG, so was in early. $2,700. Here's a gifted trader. Definitely looking for that. Gifted trader sold 800 something bucks worth. Let's see if we can find all his trades. Okay, yeah, here's a legit trader. Now there's still Einstein. This is not the best trader in here, but a gifted trader. And he is doing what here? He must have done well. Let's see. I wonder if he's made a majority of his trades earlier, like much early in the token. Yeah, he did most of his trading back here, and he did very well at the start. He didn't do as well this time. We'll look at that. But here's early on. So late last year, buying up here, and did well selling the top. Did pretty decent right there, right? So gifted trader, again, not the best trader, because here he is more recently and bought on the way up there, and he sold, looks like at a loss. So again, all helping us identify who are the right people. So I'm seeing if we have any Einstein traders. Again, a quick filter would be awesome. That is hard, I guess, though. And so being worked on, maybe definitely happening already. I hope. I don't know. But being able to filter this much data, I think would really impact performance. So again, it's why we need a report. We need the natural language stuff to spit it out to us. Okay. So still on Loki, I'm not seeing anything crazy. We're seeing a couple of good traders trading. We're seeing some new people come in. What I'm not seeing a lot of is like something like this, a good trader coming in and buying a big old bag, right? I'm not seeing that. So, well, maybe our last thing we'll do is let's look at our buys over, let's go like 1,000 and let's see how that's looking. And there are some average traders, average, and look, new rookies and newbies are coming in and buying. Look at that. Rookies, newbies. You have some old OGs who haven't sold, just adding to their staking positions, maybe coming back in after having exited before. So you'll have OGs. This is interesting, guys. Like, this is really, really interesting. Guy who had no bag, but was in here at the beginning. So was in. Let's even filter out one of these guys. Yeah, let's check this out. So OG, this guy probably got in the pre-sale. So we don't see his initial buy, right? Because he just got the tokens airdropped. We don't see a buy or a sell. But until, so in this, clearly in at the beginning, only started buying 12 hours ago. And in the past 12 hours has accumulated a bag of $30,000 worth. How cool is that? Again, what do you do with that info? It's showing you conviction right here. It's going to help when you put all this together and start building out a report of what's going on in this token. But better believe we're seeing major conviction in something like Loki here. Again, this guy was in at the beginning. Never sold. And didn't buy until 12 hours ago. Actually, you know what? Wait. Hold on that, because I did over 1,000. Let's clear out all of that, and we'll have just this person. That changes a bit, not a ton, but went from no tokens and is not selling. Now, he could be transferring to other wallets. Like, that's super possible. Could be buying and staking. All of that is likely. This is where reports will really come in handy, right? But really upped his game here. Really upped his game here in the past 12 hours, especially. We know for sure he was in at the beginning, but really upped that game here. Like, really serious stuff. Went from ghost to no balance to whale. What happens if I check him out on base scan? And this would be great if I knew if I didn't have to go to base scan, if I just asked the Copilot or asked the Swarm. But I want to see what kind of tokens he's holding. If he still has these tokens in his wallet as opposed to them being staked. That's what I'm looking for. No, I think he staked them all. Again, if I just look at his token holdings, his biggest bag right now is Basis or BIOS and Virtual. I think he's taken all those tokens and he's either transferring them to another wallet, which he might be doing. Copilot should be able to tell us that, which is interesting. So he's either transferring to another wallet. Let's see here. He's doing some backroom stuff. So is he staking? This guy does a lot of trading. Okay, here's Loki. This is his purchase, I think. Where's more of his Loki? He's buying it. Where is it showing? 83 is his address, I believe. 3183 is him. So these are his buys. Why doesn't it show? Why doesn't it show where those are going? From to him, but why isn't it in his holdings? What do you guys think? Can you hear that? I'm sorry, guys. I need to mute between. Got some work being done upstairs. Okay, we'll view all holdings. Maybe. Yeah, it must not show us on that view the staking because it's definitely not in his wallet right now. So transactions, would we see it as probably something around here? Stake. Okay, here's the staking transactions. Failed ones. So some failed transactions. Okay, he's staking his back room here. Again, this is all stuff Copilot. This is all stuff Copilot should be able to tell us. Trying to stake. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'll mute. Yep, he must have staked. Okay. Anyway, good info. This is a guy who's just going ham, buying tokens from early on. His Genesis drop coming back in here recently in the past 2 weeks, and especially in the past 12 hours, staking like a madman. He does have one sell in here. That's why his reputation is not just A. He's a B. He has sold. But there we go. There we go. I think it's so interesting here. I'm going to save his address and I'm going to make up a tweet about him later. This is in Loki. Loki, boom. Again, it really fucking interesting story, and that's what we're learning a lot here. Really cool. Really cool. Again, nothing back at the origin because he was in Genesis. Genesis and staked, in again now. Incredible. Like, just incredible. I don't know how else you get those kind of insights, right? I don't. And it's funny. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know, dude. It's weird to be so excited about a product that, like this team built. Maybe it shouldn't be weird. I don't know. It's just really freaking cool. Really freaking cool to have a tool like this that I have not had access to something like this maybe ever. And to me, this does change a lot. This gives me more visibility into tokens than I've ever had. AIXBT. I want to check that. I do not think we'll get data on it. Again, reason being it's old, and we will have it, by the way, but it's old and it's got so much volume. I have a feeling we're not going to have this stuff applied to it yet. It will come. But I think it's probably still processing. It's like back in the day with NFT collections, we'd onboard them in the big collections. Some of them would take months to onboard all the data. So yeah, I don't think we're going to see AIXBT yet. I'd be really interested for when that happens. Let's peek at Swarm. I'm very curious. Okay. Now this is what I'm very curious about is gifted traders. I want to see gifted traders and what they're doing. Okay. So we got Swarm. Again, I don't love seeing this, but I'm very curious. If people don't like the news, then what do you think happens? Maybe a good trader gets out. Gifted trader, out. Completely out. Has no more bag anymore. Although rookie trader, this is somebody who is in relatively newly. Interesting. Bought on this run up, sold the top, did well. Bought here and capitulated. Just out. Needed to be liquid. Interesting. Good and fine play. But let's see if we have gifted traders, high IQ traders finding some value at this level. Here's some below average traders making some trades, some below average traders buying. So I want to see some genius traders here. Okay, here we go. Some more gifted. Is that the same guy? Gifted plus about $5,000. No, about 4 or 5. Yeah, let's say $4,000. Let's look at that real quick. Ultra OG. This is somebody who had tokens from very early on. This is somebody who probably had those tokens airdropped and again, capitulated. They didn't buy anything. They probably were airdropped those tokens at the beginning and out. So let's do this to make it easier. By the way, 27,000 holders is awesome. Let's go look at, well, dude, we could even look at top traders. Do we have categories here? No. That would be, okay, I would like to see this. I would like to see top traders and some categories in here, so I want to make a note. Top traders tab on Dex Screener. Okay. And the transactions, anything here? Well, that's where we're at now. Okay. Let's we'll do game next, by the way, because I think game is going to be very interesting. Let's go just buys. And let's go anything over 1,000. So far, average, below average, an average plus, couple average plus, unless that's the same guy, which it is not. Hang on, let me double check. A8. It is the same trader. A8. An A8. Yes, same trader. Buying. Here's an is that 3 times again? It's hard to keep. Yep, same guy. Gifted trader a day ago. Good reputation. A minus maybe is sold once. In newly though, with a $23,000 bag bought. Here is also another one a day ago. Went from nothing recently. Is a genius trader. Bought here as a ghost. Let's peek at this one. That one's interesting. Genius trader. So has been in before. Maybe has done smaller amounts. Okay. This guy. So this must be kind of like the maker thing where there's different wallets. The way Randy's explained this to me is the maker is not necessarily the person who's getting or selling the tokens. It's what the contract is looking at is the one like doing the trade for them, like on behalf of. So this one could be interesting because we're getting all different levels of epochs, which that throws it off. Ultra OG, but then it's a rookie. Same address though. So we maybe can't go by this specific maker, like in that case right there. Let's look at who's selling. And again, we'll go like bigger sales and let's see the caliber of these sellers. Actually gifted. Genius. You have some good traders who are exiting here. Capitulating though, maybe. Again, this Ultra OG, is that the one we were just looking at? This was somebody who is, again, we might have looked at this one just before. This is somebody who was in at the start. Ultra OG. So part of the EAO. Yeah. And then finally sold. I feel like we looked at that one. Definitely seeing more of those traders, good traders selling, taking profits. It makes a lot of sense, to be honest. A lot of those guys, it actually makes a ton of sense, guys. A lot of these guys, let me find that genius. Here we go. Ultra OG. I think we're going to see that's a very common thing here. These genius traders, the very smart traders, other than this ghost, excuse me, not ghost, other than this one who is core, Ultra OG again, right? What we're seeing here, guys, this is actually really interesting. Guys who have been in since the very beginning, when this thing was in the hundreds of thousands, maybe a mil, who never realized profits. They didn't sell at all, right? Because a lot of these guys had high reputations and they could have realized 14 mil, but they didn't. They held out. And then you just get to the point with the market, the fear of war, the actual FUD out there. It's not related to the token. It's the market realizing some profits before it gets worse, right? Because you don't want to be round tripping. to me, I always look for the story when I am looking through these numbers now, and it's giving me a very, very, I think, a clear story when I look at it. To me, that is the story of these guys. Again, finally, just want to realize profits before this is more to me a comment on the market doing what it's doing. Now, what would be interesting is seeing if, and I want to check, did these people stake some tokens? Did they stake and then sold what's left? Like stake to get some, to get access still to the tool. This will probably take me way too long to figure out. This will take me way too long to figure out. I'll skip that, but you get the idea. I think there's a story here, and it's a story that makes sense. Okay, other ACP tokens. Again, I'm looking for something that's got given me conviction to get into it, right? Because other people are doing the same. I want to see Game because I know Game has got some of that going on. I want to see Basis. I do want to look at too. Virgin to me is the best conviction one. It is out of everything. Virgin is it because it's the sentiment token. It's the meme of the ecosystem. You know, Virgin's not going to run until people are feeling that hypey stuff again. Okay, you know what? I promise Game first. Let's do Game. And then Virgin. Okay. I think this one's going to be a lot of fun. Drop King, did you find anything spicy? We'll look at just the buys to start. Averages. Again, I'm just going to scroll and see if anything pops out. Here's somebody new going in pretty hard. $21,000 their bag's up to. Again, pretty new in here. Average trader. They have sold. They're a B+, so they have sold at some point. Probably prior, by the way. A lot of volume on this one, I think, too. Nope, don't want that. Here, let's bump this up. Let's go over 1,000. Let's look for some conviction buys here. Like really believe a lot. So here's a guy with 150,000. This is an interesting account. Probably one I'd be flagging to watch, right? Veteran, been in this one a while. He is a whale. Again, $150,000 bag. Above average trader. I'm going to come back to him in a minute too. Average trader had nothing, is new, about $16,000 worth. Had been in this before too. Again, a B reputation, so had been in. This is so cool. Like the more you use it, the more at a glance you just kind of get some stories here. You just it just starts making sense. What is Moby? I get it's Moby Dick, but just to wow. Okay, that's much bigger than a whale. Moby. $500,000 this one. Now it's a contract. This is something trading on behalf of something. I don't know what that is exactly, but that wallet, $500,000 in it. Okay, we're back about 8 hours at this point. And again, I'm looking for like these genius type traders. Are they feeling like this has got some upside coming up here? And also the same thing is it a new trader? Somebody totally new. A lot of the contract stuff, a lot of like automated trading going on here, a lot of farming on this token. Newbie, Orca, this is $60,000 here. Yeah, this is an interesting wallet here. Multiple trades for thousands each. Here's a whale. Again, there's a lot of automated stuff. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on here, right? I bet a Zach XBT would have fun looking at something here. I'm not saying anything shady's going on, but it's interesting, right? This whale wallet, multiple trades. Am I only looking at buys? Yes. So what if I do buys and sells? Let me filter this wallet. Well, it said no sells, so this one hasn't sold. Okay. This one in just a day ago, again, a newbie, and has really loaded up on game. We find out soon if this becomes like, a kind of an insider wallet that we want to track. So again, we need some tools to be able to track these things, because when I leave this page, what am I going to remember from it? I need a way to track some of this stuff. Yeah. So let's go back to buy, and it was over 1,000. I think I saw, right? Yeah. So we got that. Check that wallet that bought a bunch. Dude, which is the one I said I wanted to come back to? Which one was that? Drop, was it the one I just pulled up, or was this a different one? We got the Moby one. That $500,000. Okay, let's see. Different one. Do you remember what kind of category? What's he? Give me some of the metrics on him. You found it. Okay. Curious about this Orca. Buy, sell. So again, no sells, new. Again, $15,000 worth, but this guy's sitting on. Yeah, here's his 3 buys. Okay. Looking good. By the way, Mesh, I see you on Abstract GM, sir. Yeah, game is looking. I mean, game's looking great. Okay. Yeah, I think best bang for the buck on something like game. The stuff I found yesterday, super helpful. Let me peek at cells. Let me just check that as one last thing on game, and then I want to look at Virgin. Genius Trader selling here. Is that $160,000 worth? It might be. This guy was very early. Genius Trader. $167,000. Again, this is one of those things where the maker is disguising what this really is, I believe. Okay, I'm going to peek at Virgin. Any other tickers you guys want to see, let me know, and I'd love to dive in. But Virgin, I think, is, again, the best. If we see some of the good traders, great traders getting back in here and starting to load up, I don't think we'll see it yet. I think this looks completely different. Darn. Let me know what you find out of that, any insights. But yeah, I think after FOMC this afternoon, and after we feel out what's going to happen this afternoon, Iran, Israel, US stuff, I think this starts looking very different, right? I think that's where you're going to start seeing some of these guys going back in hard. Again, I want to see these average plus. I want to see these gifted, genius trade. I want to see them really starting to make some moves in these tokens. And to a degree, we are, again, way more than yesterday. Yesterday, almost across the board, nothing but average. So let's look for big plays here. Ultra OG Ghost. So somebody in early, no bags, but buying. But I want to see some big conviction plays. And again, it's just might not see those right now. Now here's Einstein Trader. Okay, this is definitely something I'm looking for. This is this is a big time trader. Okay, this might be a really important one. Okay, this is Ultra OG. This is somebody in from the very start. And let's actually see this one on the, look at this. This might be our guy as far as this is the trader to be following here, right? At the very start. I would love to see P&L at a glance for somebody like this, right? Let me make a note. But this guy buying let's just say this is about $20,000 worth. Selling 5,000 here. You know what? You can see. I mean, this is all pretty darn clear. Selling a lot recently. Okay, so tons of buys in the earlier days. This is going up to about 3 weeks ago, and then a lot of selling here. By the way, these metrics, these things we want to see by candle. You hover your mouse over a candle and you start seeing the average IQ score, whatever, of that candle. So here's an Einstein, again, one of the best traders I think we've seen in the Virgin token. In the past 3 days, selling a lot. Still with a big old bag, by the way. Still with, about $10,000 worth, but he's out of a lot of this in the past few days. And that's probably a fresher bag. Just a guess, but yeah. Anyway, very good trader, out trading almost everybody else. He is selling at this level. Here, guys, here at like a 4 or 5 mil market cap, this guy is selling. Could be a market maker. Could just be a market maker here. But that's the kind of wallet I'd want to be paying attention to. Again, this is the kind of wallet I would be asking Copilot to give me a report. Give me a summary of what he does outside of that token too. Like, I'd want to know a lot about that one. Oh, dude. All right. That token we were talking about earlier is actually up a bit. This is unrelated to virtuals, all that stuff. But that Basilisk, I think it's called Basilisk, up to, I think I saw, 600K market cap. All right. We like that. We'll take it. Virgin looking good. Okay, hang on. Let me find some more of these to look at. I am very interested in Kosher Capital. Iris is scary to look at, I'll tell you that. You know what? Why don't we give Backroom a new check-in? Let's see how that's looking. How are my bags looking? What did I end up doing? 15 virtual worth. So down a little there, not bad. Let's see. It would be cool to get an alert when that wallet flips to the buy side. Yes. Yes, alerts. Let me make a note here. Alerts. I like that. All right. I would like to. It's going to be really hard to learn a lot from a new coin, I think, but I don't know. I could be totally wrong here, but let's see our buyers and what kind of buyers we have. Newbies, ultra OGs. I just want to see if anything stands out here. What I think I'd like to see is high conviction. So guys that were in early, have an A+ reputation, like haven't sold, that are buying lots more. That's what I would like to see. So something closer to this, but he's sold, so not that. So like Ultra OG, he's been selling though, so I don't want him either. I think the perfect storm of what I'm looking for is Ultra OG, a reputation, buying a decent amount. That's this guy. Sold once, right? So he's, average. But something like that. A believer who is accumulating more. Even somebody like this, average but Ultra OG, B plus, good, and still buying more. I want to see more of that stuff. Ultimately, looking for insiders. Who's Ultra OG? Who's in? Who's not selling a thing? Who's believing in this coin? I'm not seeing much of that at all. Maybe here a. So this is a guy with about $4,000 worth. Nothing crazy. Yeah. Oh, this one will build up over time. We'll get some more reputation, more information about that one. Let's peek. Basis, I do want to check as well. Basis, and give me guys if there's another like one or two tokens you want to peek at. Whale Intel I have to check because there was some really, there's FUD around this one. There was some good stuff around this one. There's just kind of a lot. Would like to see just what this one in general looks like. Okay. Well, Ultra OG, average plus buying. I think that's the same wallet down there. Yes, C8. Yeah, same wallet. Yeah, there is this Ultra OG who's just kind of buying. I would say still when I hop into coin, the first thing I'm looking for is gifted and Einstein traders. A filter would really, really help. I want to see what those guys are doing. So I think if I were to rank the importance of what I'm looking for is want to find genius to Einstein traders and filter by them. And I want to see just noobs. I would like to see just noobs, and because I want to know if there's like new people coming into a coin at a specific point. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting, right? Do I have that up still? I don't think I closed that. Let me see. But yeah, you see them floating around on the outside. I did do Vader, dude, and okay. Hey, Scott, do you want to hop on stream, Scott? Because we're like doing some like testing and throwing around ideas. Could we talk through some of those? We get it if you can't. I think Whale Intel was towards up at the top. But yes, we've got some ideas. Alerts. But yes, it's like, where would that come? What kind of interface does that look like? I would even give my phone number. Or hey, dude, we throw them in Telegram. We throw them in Telegram or we throw them in Discord. Maybe for a certain Scott, maybe for a certain number of Swarm, you can have a dedicated channel in Discord. Oh, I got some ideas cooking, bro. A channel in Discord that gives you those alerts. I got some ideas, dude. We'll have to chat because I also know somebody who's built a Discord trading bot that's actually very excellent. I got an idea here. Let me jot this down. Alerts in Discord plus trading bot. Dude, come on. There's something there, bruh. Anyway, yeah, Whale Intel showing up in the ACP beta. Scott, I don't think Scott's actually around now. He just popped into tease. But alerts should happen. Look, whether the alerts pop up in the browser extension, which I don't think it could really do. It could, in theory, but I would let it text me. I would rather it be in Discord, but it needs to be in a place where I can trade at a click too. Right? I need that. So maybe a certain amount of Swarm staked gets you access to a channel. Maybe it's a bunch of us in there together and we've got our own custom alerts, but it's all in one feed, or you get your own unique channel. I'm not sure which. But yeah, I'm sorry, Zool. Vader was interesting because Vader is holders. You don't see people really trading Vader. It's just a bunch of like average traders, buys, sells, whatever. Some new people coming in. I specifically on Vader filtered by $500 buys and above, looking for new people. Yeah. I mean, if that's what it ends up being, Scott, that the bull is the guy who you set up your alerts through. I mean, hell, throw the bull and swarm in a swarm together. So the bull can be alerts that you set through SWARMcopilot, and Swarm should be in a swarm with him. But you need to be able to trade on those alerts. So that I think then the bull needs to also come to Discord. We got to chat though, Scott. I got an idea. I'm sure you got ideas, and I think you're cooking something. But make sure like I have something that might help. Just a heads up. Anyway, this tool is absolutely incredible. Just I need a couple more features for sure, and they're obvious things, and I think things being worked on that tie it together. Because I'm learning a lot. I'm getting great stories by looking through this, and I am getting signals, but I need a place to get those signals quicker. Because right now it's scrolling and finding them, and boom, there's the signal. But then I got to jot it down, remember it, whatever. I've got a right. I need a way to add give a quick natural language like command prompt, whatever. Boom, there's my signals. There's the Einstein traders. Here's what they're doing, maybe where they're moving to. And I need a way to take action on that quickly. Or that I have it automated, like set up where if Swarm sees this kind of action, it makes a trade for me already. Something like that. Okay, what else did I say I wanted to peek at? We did Loki, we did Swarm. I can't believe I got ticker wrong. MAMO, AIXBT, Axelrod. We did Game. All right, we did most of them. We did most of the ones that I wanted to see. So I'm trying to think of any other ones that would be just cool to get a little info on. And again, ideally, I should be finding these insights and then tweeting them out and like hitting those communities too. That'd be cool. But again, if any of you guys do it, let me know and I'll put a little love on those tweets. What was the most interesting one we saw? And I do want to check Gigabrain here. What was the most interesting stuff we saw so far? I made a note on, I think Loki. Yes, Loki, because we saw all these new buys in there. Brand new people buying just to stake to get this, I think, supposed airdrop. Okay. Gigabrain, I think, yeah, Gigabrain might be interesting. Just had a hunch about this. Had a hunch about Gigabrain. Yeah, we got whales loading up. Let's see what else. All right, let's just filter to start. Let's go to our buys. Gifted trader. A reputation, so hasn't sold more than a little bit. Again, traded well, gifted. Not a big bag, just 2,000. So I got to remember Dolphin is not that big. $2,000. Look for some big money coming in here in the past, day or so. Like after today, after FOMC, this might get wild. Like the signals might really be coming today. Like big time. Here's somebody that had nothing. Was in early, so probably part of the pre-sale. If Gigabrain, I try to think back, wasn't part of Genesis, but part of the initial launch somehow. Out, never sold, but buying here. How are you dry though? How do you? Yeah, okay. Some little things I need to understand still. How does the volume show low? Unless it doesn't factor in your these trades. Like going forward, it factors that in. This tool is awesome. Like really, really, really awesome. So I'm learning all these stories. Again, I need actionable stuff. I need a way to do something with that insight other than just kind of making these notes. But yeah. No filter for epoch IQ mass. Yeah, interesting. Yep. You know what? Then maybe last thing I'm going to do is peek at the staging thing again. The ACP. I want to see if there's any other agents that stand out that I want to see if there is some action, some buys around their tokens. There's MAMO. What's something that's kind of hot that we want to peek at? Oh, you know what? I do want to see something like the yeah, I want to see something like this. The Steven Spielberg one, which is going to be in. Okay, how do I want to see the quickest way to get the contract address? But like going to be in the autonomous media house, right? I got to find that ticker. Velvet Unicorn, good one. Another ACP agent. Hey Scott, what do you think about AVAX onboarding? Avalanche meme coins are getting gonna get really spicy. Okay, so like, yeah, that's probably a good point, man. I should probably go to mainnet. Send me the URL, Scott. Is it just ACPs? acp.virtual.io? No, send me the URL. Unless you can't. I know we can see it on chain, but if you can't see it on mainnet yet. Yeah, okay. All right. Scott, send it to me, dude. I won't put it on stream, but send it to me. Come on. All right, what are we looking at? Velvet Unicorn. Let's look at the buys. I just want to see if we got some new money coming in again. So some newbies and rookies even. So yes, newbies and rookies coming in. There's a big buy from a newbie. Hasn't sold. It's a good sign. Well, that's an Orca too. So okay. I got you. Well, Scott, I wonder if we can do it going forward. Yeah, Cats, it does exist. It is real. Scott, maybe we can do it going forward because like arenas that turning into this big old token launch pad over there, right? I think it's going to get spicy over on Avalanche, and they have one of the biggest agents over there right now too, right? The what's he called? Cat, not Cat. What's that Avalanche agent called? He's there every day. God, Boomer Brain. I'll find him. Agents. Yeah, it is Ket. Okay, Ket. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. All right, anyway, back to Velvet Unicorn. So again, I am just looking for anything that really stands out. Good traders, great traders that are buying more and buying like lots more. Not seeing that yet with Velvet Unicorn. Where's it at market cap wise though? I mean, it's at a kind of at its support level right here. So I would hope we would see the guys, the good traders, good to great traders, finding that this is the spot you get in support level. again, it speaks to the more macro environment. There's not a ton of confidence out there yet with what's about to pop off in the Mideast and with FOMC today. And then that's why, again, I think today this looks completely different. We may need an emergency evening stream here. Might need it. It's going to look very, very, very different. But I don't see anything crazy here. Let's see on the sell side if it's any different here. Do we have those, higher quality traders selling? And I think it looks, for the most part, like no. It's just very quiet. It's like you guys feel out there, just volume lower. It's getting a little quiet. Nobody's ready to, nobody's got that conviction to make a move yet. It's what it feels like out there. Which is fine. And then let's do Acolyte last. Which I like a lot. Had them on the show recently, just awesome. And let's see how that one's doing. Again, an ACP agent that is, on the lower side, like market cap wise. It's actually up quite a bit here in the past few days. I think this was at a I think if I'm thinking about this the right way, was at like I thought a 1 mil or so, maybe 2 mil market cap. Maybe we're looking at, I don't know. I thought they were way lower. Okay. Happy to be way wrong about that. Although I kind of think it's showing FDV and market cap is actually half of this or so. I kind of think that's the case. But I'm not totally sure. But let's look. Hide sidebar. Okay, cool. Again, conviction buys, big buys. You know what? Keep in mind something we're looking for as part of this. We're looking for insiders. We just are. We're looking for wallets that, I don't know, they could be new. Or they could be very old, but have a history of doing well on trades. But again, I think a new wallet making a big buy is also sometimes kind of telling. So we got this sorted by, well, that wasn't even just buys. It is now. And let's go buys over 1,000. And there's not a ton of volume on this, but here's a gifted trader. Has probably sold like once. It's got an A reputation. Almost a $10,000 bag, bought 3,700 here. So a bit of a conviction play there. Some rookies coming in. This is in the past few days here. So let's flip to the sell side. And same thing. We're looking at like 1,000 just because. And like you see, just average, a lot of average, just kind of just basic trading, and everybody's got their own reasons. And, we really, if we pick any of these, can probably figure out good stories, good reasons why. But yeah, nothing really telling here. What is Cert AI? What is that one? Oh, yeah. Okay, they're in ACP as well. Okay, let's see. Ultra OGs. That's contract though. Okay. Yeah, sometimes just kind of. It's what sideways trading looks like, although this is looking all right. Do they have some news? Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah. What Cats, did I say something different? Anyway, yeah. Let's see that sell. I think I already had this on, but let's see any big sales here. Not much. Not a lot going on in this one. Again, perfect one to be watching for any big moves. Yeah, just kind of. Oh, gotcha, Cats. Gotcha. Thank you, sir. And then let's see the other one, AIXBT. All right. I don't know which one that is, actually. Maybe it's this one. I'm not sure. Ooh, is that well, I don't think it was this one, but this is Solana one too, which Copilot doesn't work for. So, all right, let me just see if there's anything else jumping out at me here. Yes, dude. Yes. I mean, it's a good one. We could look at Bookie. We could look at Billy Bet soon. Billy Bet's coming over to base soon. That's going to be the one. But Bookie, let's look at Bookie. And that's a perfect one. Let's see if there's some smart money coming in there. Perfect one. So we'll see if there's some good conviction guys loading up. So let's look at buys to start. Boom. And I'm not expecting it yet, but you never know. You never know. Especially, let's peek at the chart. Let's go. Here we go. Yeah, launched at a tricky time. Just, you're not going to have many winners in this one. Again, you get winners if you bought here and you sold up along that way, or if you bought here and up there. Almost anywhere you bought on this chart, you're down. So we're not going to see many. If we find the one gifted trader, then great. But the flip side is we look for the A guys who are buying anything, right? So ultra like OGs who have the A reputation who are just adding more and adding more. And then that would be the story. So here's a good one. Just a day ago. It's nothing crazy. So it has sold before, but gifted trader. It probably in this token doesn't mean a ton, right? Probably part of the initial the early pre-sale. Again, B reputation, gifted trader. Let's see his trades. Let's see what gifted means in this one. Turned 2,300, bought 2,300, sold for 2,900. That is gifted in this one, right? Nothing crazy in this one. Trust is good. That's a good one. So yeah, that is one. If I were setting up alerts, I'd be keeping an eye on that. El Toro. Trust. That's not these. The DGen Ape one, something like that. DGen Ape Trader, something like that. Hang on, let's just do this and cheat. Let's just cheat. That's not the real one. That is a fake one. Is Trust maybe a Solana coin? I don't think it is, but that was before Genesis. So wait, it was the top one. Oh, this right here, huh? Let's see. Nice. Let's peek at that chart real quick. I mean, man, it's wild seeing like you can see, the cycles here. Anyway, chart's interesting. Let's go 1,000 plus. Einstein Trader picking up a big bag 2 days ago. Huge bag. 140,000 bucks. Bought another 26,000 2 days ago. Let's get rid of the filters here to see. Okay, this. Interesting. I don't know. I like it. All right, hang on. Let me clear that market maker out. I don't know why I'm saying market maker, but let's go back to buys. Let's go over 1,000. All right. So the Einstein one obviously stands out. Some average pluses over the past week. Like, cool. Let's check on the flip side. Let's do sales or sells 1,000 plus. A lot of below averages here. You're seeing the flip side of it. Some maybe not as good traders. And this is where you full on see people capitulating. Markets down, they're spooked, they're out. Genius Trader here 4 days ago. 141 grand again. Yeah, big. Anyway, really interesting. Yep. Yeah. And you keep in mind in the end, and Virtuals has said this all along, everything will be in ACP. Everything will be able to be plugged in. It's going to be plug and play, basically. It's getting to the point, and this is what's happening behind the scenes, infrastructure being built out so anybody can join that wants to. And then it's going to be up for this economy to figure out what's in demand and what's not in demand, right? It's going to be up to people, us, or it'll be up to the agents themselves. Which of these things do they need? But it's going to be at the point where, like, maybe you don't even have a choice. It's just if you launch on here, you're just in the ACP. You're just there. Now, do people use you? That's what we find out. But I don't know if this is just my belief or if I'm pretty sure that this is exactly what they said, but everything is going to be ACP, which is cool. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. ACP, and I think it's close. I think it's pretty damn close. So cool. All right, I think there's a solid enough review right now. I'm going to do a lot of these sessions, by the way, and especially because we start getting some feedback. A couple takeaways from today. Need a way to search wallets in Copilot, so a way to give a report on a wallet. I think like a report on just like only Einsteins or only gifted or whatever. I need a way to see the reputation of traders across tokens. So if I see a transaction on this one and maybe they have no history in a specific token, I would like to know that they have a Einstein reputation in another token, right? So the first time they buy Swarm or whatever, I know. So I see that there's a great trader who just came in. I would like to see top traders tab on Dex Screener with info, right? On any token, top traders here. I'd like to see some scores and, P&L and like they show P&L. So I would like to see different scores here though. We'll start thinking about what those would look like. I'd like to see P&Ls maybe on the actual transactions page too, maybe. Alerts, all kinds of alerts. I want to see alerts when a certain wallet starts buying a token. Maybe when he enters into a token. I want to be able to find, I think we mentioned this, but I want to find either like just Genius or Genius to Einstein traders. And then I want to filter by just them. I also want to see just noobs, because I just want to see people new to a token and maybe how much they're buying into. Like Loki was a perfect example. Staking is going to get you a token. It sounds like the AIXBT maybe. So a lot of new people coming in. So I want to see new people and see that big old flood of that. Would like alerts. Personally, I think alerts in Discord plus a trading bot would be spicy. Wallet P&L would be great. Yep. And there we go. All right. Again, success. We'll do a lot more of these. If the market, man, if we really have some kind of turnaround, something that impacts market today, we will go live. I want to see what it looks like live. I do. I want to see what it looks like when these smart traders get very active because they're sense and stuff. It's moving on news, and that might be in an hour and a half, right? FOMC is in actually 45 minutes to an hour. So that coming really soon. So that might be really soon. Anyway, guys, we hung for a while today. It was fucking great. I appreciate you guys. Again, we're going to do a lot more of this. So thank you. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Remember, subscribe over at Crypto Slam on YouTube. It's the Swarm XY. My brain is mush right now. Sorry. It's the Swarm AI Swarm _AI on X. Give it a follow. You can follow me at Hudah_idiot and Crypto Slam IO on X as well. There we go, boys. Market heats up. It's gonna get good. It's gonna get good. And let's follow those smart traders and let's be those smart traders. So, guys, appreciate you. We'll see you in a bit. Goodbye.